Good morning, church. I hope you're doing good this Wednesday morning. And I'm just excited that you're still here. You're still tuning in to the Woodbury Daily as we go through the letters of John. And today we're going through 1 John 3, verses 11 through 24. And it's this idea about loving one another. And I'm sure it's verses we've all heard before, something that we're very familiar with. It's also a little bit lengthy of a passage, so I want to encourage you to pause this video real quick, to open up your Bible and to read 1 John 3, 11 through 24, and then we're going to break this down. And so John he's giving us this strong command of what it means to love one another. Right off the bat, he's telling us not to be like Cain, who murdered his brother because his actions were evil and his brothers were righteous. And then he tells us to not be surprised if the world hates you, because the ways of Christ, even when we're loving other people, the ways of Christ will seem foreign to the world. You know, the world has a way in which it operates, and there's expectations upon each and every citizen that they are supposed to operate in this way. But John tells us to love one another, whatever that might mean. Even if it goes against the grain in our culture, when we love one another, we should see something from the world and to not be surprised if the world hates us. And then he encourages us to obey the commands and to have confidence. And why do we have confidence and why do we obey this command? Because we believe in the name of his son, Jesus Christ, and to love one another as he commanded us. We're all staying at home right now, learning what it means to disciple at home. I don't know if you've ever read the book Love Does by Bob Goff, and it's one of my favorite books, and I made the mistake of rereading that at the beginning of this stay-at-home order, because when I read Love Does, it makes me want to go out into the world and do something. I want to be active, but that's not the case right now. And so when we're asking, what does it mean to love one another? You know, when it says Christ laid down his life for us, what does that look like in the age of discipling at home? We are here in our kitchen recording this, and this is where Taylor and I have learned to love one another even more. I had a bad habit of wanting to eat fast food for every meal when we first got married, and that was true up until the stay-at-home order. Through this, I've been able to learn to cook a little bit. She's been able to teach me a few things. We've shared recipes and have sat around a table and eating together rather than the Domino's or the McDonald's. We're learning to love each other in this way. And I think we have to wrestle with this. What does it mean to love not just our immediate family, but our neighbors and our community in this disciple at home? We've talked about before, but that might mean we wear our masks when we go out. It might mean we stay at home because we need to and not going out for, I need a bottle of glue or just an excuse to get out. So I want to encourage you, when we think about Christ laying down his life for us and we have this confidence in our faith, what does that mean as we try to learn to love one another as we disciple at home?